My brothers get a touch. Boom. Welcome to week 4 of our Tuesday Wero. I'll just run through quickly the 4 exercises in set 1, beginning with 2 chameleons and then 4 lying walkthroughs, followed by 6 straddles, and the last one is 8 laps of reverse cat. Reverse cat laps meaning 1 lap that way, 2 laps back, as opposed to bears being there and back. So just to go through that again: 2 chameleons, 4 lying walkthroughs, 6 straddles, and 8 reverse cats. 8 laps of reverse cats. Up is 1, back is 2. Okay, I'll start with the first one. So 2 chameleons. A chameleon looks like this. So we're going to start off in our bulldog position with our hands just out in front of us to balance. Then we're going to move our hands, keeping our knees off the floor, just like that. And then once you've got your hand spacing correct, I'm just going to dive out in front of me and hold into the static down position, and then I'm going to push back to the starting position of the chameleon. And so pushing out with my legs and pushing back into the starting position. That's a chameleon. Okay, the next movement is 4 lying walkthroughs. So that's 2 walkthroughs either side. So it starts exactly the same way in the bulldog position, starting similar to a kick set, but instead of kicking sideways, I'm going to take my left foot and plant it outside my left hand, and then I'm simply going to hold this in position and sit down with my other leg coming through the gate, and then I'm going to lie down flat to the floor, come back up, put my hands back into the position, and then take my legs back into the starting position. Take my right leg, sit through the gap, then lie down, all the way down, come back up, hands back into position out in front of you, and then walk my legs back into the starting position. So it's 4 of those. Lying walk through, hands back into position, bulldog, sit through, lie down, hands back, and then back into our starting position. So that's 4 lying walkthroughs. Then straddles we've done plenty of times. So straddles, splitting the gap, hands down in front of me, starting from a prone position. Then I'm going to bring my hips up nice and high and split the middle, one up the middle in between my 2 hands, and the other one on the outside. Then come back to prone and on the outside. So 6 of those, 4, 5 and 6. And then the last one is reverse cats, which we did the other day. Hands down to the floor, down in front of my feet, and then kick back, and then just walk my hands back to my feet and kick back, walk my hands back to my feet, turn around. So that's 1 lap. Walk my hands back. That's 2. I'll finish it off. That's 3. That's 4. Feet together when you kick back. That's 5. 6. 2 to go. 7. And 8. Okay, so that's the completion of set 1. It's a completion of 5 rounds of set 1. Okay, moving on to set 2. I'll just grab my If you can see my little bumper plate over there, I'll just move my camera so you can see me better. Okay. So we have 4 movements in set 2. The first one is elevated reverse lunge. So if I grab my bumper plate or anything that you can put your foot onto with a raised elevation about that big, try and get something that that doesn't move on the floor. Then I'm going to place my whole foot, my entire foot on the plate, go down to my lunge position. And we've done this exercise before, but we've actually done it flat to the floor, but this time it's elevated. Okay, lean forward, take a big breath in, and squeeze and push. 1, push back. 2, lean forward, squeeze, breathe in, push back. 4, lean forward, push back. 5. Okay, so you're going to do 5 on each leg. Then the second exercise is the tibialis calf raise, which I've done with Squad Sisters in a separate video. So with your platform, whatever it is, a piece of wood, just place your heel and your front pad of your foot on the plate. Pretend you've got a wall in front of you, so it's probably best to hold on to something while you're there. Then you take your other foot off the floor, imagining my wall is there, raise my calf with a bent leg and try and get up onto my tippy toe nice and high. Come back down to the floor, there's my wall there, stretch it out, squeeze up, that's 2, come up, squeeze, that's 3, come up, squeeze, that's 4, and come up and squeeze, that's 5. So that's 5 each side. So that's the first 2 exercises, your elevated reverse lunge and then tibialis calf raise, 5 on each side. And then the third one is a Cossack squat. I'll just use this kettlebell as a counterweight. So if you've got something at home that weighs 5 or 6 kilos, maybe a jug of milk or a jug of orange juice or something that you can hold on to out in front of you, and then you're just going to simply push that weight down in front of you, move your legs about yay apart, turn it sideways so you can see me a bit on the camera, and then I'm going to use that counterbalance to push down in front of me, and then I'm going to squat down to one side and then raise my heel on the other and try and sit into it. Okay, then stand up and then go directly on the other side with my heel up and squat. Try and keep your leg semi-straight. You can keep the weight tight to your chest if you like to, just like so. Use the counterweight to balance yourself. And then you can either heel up or flat foot, either side. Try and keep your head and chest up. Then back, stand up, and then down on the other side. Okay, just give that a practice. If you need to hold on to something while you're doing it, maybe a pole or something that's sturdy, by all means you can use those things to your advantage. At the end of the day, it's all about trying to find as much range as possible into your bottom of your Cossack squat as possible. So no weight, just using my hands, and then go over to the other side. And the last movement is 60 seconds of static up at a 90-degree angle. You can come up a little higher if you want to, and hold that for 60 seconds. Okay? And that's that one whānau. And this one is only, set 2 is only 4 rounds. Okay, so 5 rounds of set 1, and then 5 rounds of set 2. Mauri ora whānau. Ciao, ciao. Yo!